Yo, what's good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned, back with yet another JJK Phantom Parade video. Today we actually got our live stream. I actually went live for that. You guys can check me out whenever I go live on YouTube. Twitch is a work in progress. We'll get back there soon enough. But guys, today we got a lot of things revealed on the live stream, but I just want to mainly talk about the two new characters that are coming to the game, one summonable and one coin shop character. And yeah, just kind of talk about how they're looking, because we do have a little bit of information about their kits. We also do have some animations for Choso, as you can see here on the screen. No surprise, it is Choso. But the other character we did not get any animations for. We did not get their kit or anything like that. But it seems that we've already gotten Choso's full kit. So I'm going to go over all that information in this video. If you do enjoy videos like these, you can go down below and you can destroy that like button. You can also hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can let the dead man know, or actually so you can get notified every time the dead man lets you know what he knows, because you want to know. There we go. And you can comment down below and let me know how you're feeling about the videos, but let's go ahead and just hop right into it. Alright guys, so I'm back here at the live stream that we had earlier today, and you can see the picture right here. When them flowing red scales get to going, you know what time it is. So you already knew that Choso was coming to take a bite out of the game for real. I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the picture where they actually revealed him. Alright guys, right here they're about to reveal his little summon animation, and guys, I'll be honest with you, Choso's art looks like one of the... I wanted to pause it and take a moment, but like, no. Choso's art literally looks like one of the best arts in the game. Like, dude, just the blood effect going on in the background. He has Shibuya, the destroyed Shibuya as his background. We have him doing his nice little, you know, piercing blood convergence right here. Or convergence is when it all explodes, I think. This is just piercing blood. But also the shading on his hair looks really good. Man, this character art is one of my top character arts. I'm sorry, bro. This is like one of the best SSR arts of a character in a game, in this game in general, bro. Like, Choso just looks really incredible. We're gonna go ahead and also take a look at his skills, because I do have a translation for his kit and everything. His color is going to be green, so he should be working very well with green Yuji, who just got his SP buff, thank goodness. So they should be a very good combo together. Now Choso, from what I heard, is supposed to be like some sort of a breaker unit, which would not hurt because Yuji is a big damage unit already. We also have Haijo coming if you guys wanted to skip the Haijo for this, or wait because we have another anniversary coming very soon. Like, there's just a lot of options. A lot of options are on the table right now, and I'll have a separate video talking about all the options that we really do have. But let's go ahead and just take a look at Choso's animations, and then I'll go back around and look over his kit. Alright guys, here we are. So from what I have gathered from looking at this, because I haven't even looked at his kit yet, it seems that he has some debuffs obviously on his skill 1 and 3, but this skill right here is going to be a buff skill that gives him flowing red scale. After he gets the flowing red scale, this skill changes to a different skill that actually is 30 cursed energy, but hits a bit harder. And then yeah, that's all I know from his skill effects. But let's just take a look at some of his animations here. Like, man, he is looking sinister in that little character PFP, bro. I love that. Like, that's literally gonna be my new character PFP. Whenever I get him, that's my new character PFP. So he does his second skill. You can see he gives himself flowing red scale, and then he does his attack. And then the next time we come around here, and it's kind of hard to tell he's a break unit because his enemies don't have a break gauge, but like you can see here now the skill costs 30, and it still is a buff skill. I just don't think it's going to give him flowing red scale, or maybe it is. Maybe it's just going to keep amplifying it. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like flowing red scale again. It just hits a little bit harder. So I wonder if he's going to have some shenanigans where you buff his cursed energy more and more, and you'll be able to get better results out of him. Also, I don't think that his other two skills changed. This one did change for sure, because this one was only 10 cursed energy. The basic skill actually changed as well, because it was just one sickle at first. So yes, his entire kit is changing, it looks like, as he's doing his skills. So that is going to be very interesting. I like whenever they have characters who have skills that change once they do something in their kit. Ooh, that's really cool. I didn't notice that earlier, but I really like those animations. Those piercing, or like just the blood manipulation animations, are looking really good. And you know, Kamo's blood manipulation is much weaker than Choso's. So Choso, you know, being here is like the first example. We're gonna have like some really crazy, really cool blood manipulation animations. But let's go ahead and just finish this up. He's doing his ultimate here. I do very much like Choso's ultimate animation. Spoiler, I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. I think it looks really good. There's a lot of pieces to it. It's really cool. So we got the piercing blood, right? then he whips that shit all around, so like maybe he hits everybody, and then he literally does like convergence, and then does like the spikes and brings them up. So that's a really cool looking ultimate in my opinion. I do love that effect actually. They kind of spaz with Choso. He actually just looks like a really cool character conceptually, just like the actual character arts and everything, the visuals, but then also he could just be a very good character as well. So that is it for Choso's part of the animations, and like I said, we did not get the animations for the other character, so I'm just going to go ahead and go over Choso's kit, and then we're going to talk about the other character, which honestly is Dagon. You can see the thumbnail when you're getting onto the video. It's literally Dagon, but unfortunately we did not get Dagon's entire kit. We did not get Dagon's animations, anything like that, but we'll get to that in a moment. Alright guys, so we have Choso's information here. It is, I will do my duty as an older brother Choso. He is a debuffer, but he is a standard unit nonetheless. So guys, you may not want to summon for him just because he's a standard unit. As we know, limited characters are a lot harder to get your hands on after they are gone. But yes, Choso will be added to a standard banner at some point in the future, I would hope. And honestly, it'll probably get to a point where they don't do standard banner updates anymore for every single standard character that comes out, because it's going to get to a point where it gets a little redundant. But because it's just going to be a pool filled with a bunch of old units, so whenever you add like new units to it, it's just going to be kind of like, are we really going to get them? But skill 1, Blood Edge, deals combined damage, so melee and Jujutsu and Taijutsu combined damage, increases enemies' green damage received by 30% for 3 turns, and then effective when flowing red scale stack state is enabled. So you need to do flowing red scale to get this additional effect right here, but it is just a skill that does combined damage. We do not have the percentages yet because this character is not out. He comes out in like 2 days, I think. Skill 2 only costs 5 cursed energy at first, deals melee combined damage, so close range Jujutsu and Taijutsu damage, grants flowing red scale state for 4 turns, so not bad, 4 turns is good, increases own Taijutsu stat and damage dealt by 30%, that's fire, and then at the start of turn, recovers own cursed energy by 5%, so that's pretty good actually. I'd say that the damage dealt mixed with the Taijutsu is a little surprising to me. Usually they do like Taijutsu with Jujutsu, or they just boost damage dealt by itself, but I'm glad to see that they're doing Taijutsu and damage dealt, just try and mix up different combos of things that could be buffed amongst these characters. Then if he's in flowing red scale state, this skill turns to 30 cursed energy instead, and it's still flowing red scale, I'm pretty sure. Grants flowing red scale stack turn for 6 turns, so what? You do it for 4 turns, and then you get to this mode, and then you can do it for 6 turns. Interesting. Oh my goodness, and then he increases his own Jujutsu, Taijutsu, and damage dealt stat by 50%, and decreases his own damage received by 60% with a 40% chance. That's actually really insane in my opinion. Skill 3. Deals ranged Jujutsu damage, and then if you have flowing red scale on, increases the selected enemy's green damage received by 50%. So this man is just an absolute monster for green, but I think Shoko is still probably going to be better. This man is just going to make it, like all these green buffers coming out is really insane, because they're just really making it so that you can have really mid-tier green DPSs and still just get really good damage out, just because of all the extra damage they're making enemies take, and just because of all the extra buffing that like Shoko, right, for example, is giving. His ultimate deals ranged Jujutsu damage, usable with flowing red scale stack state. So I guess you have to be in flowing red scale to do his ultimate. If you are not in flowing red scale, you cannot do his ultimate. And maybe the skill 2 you can't. Well, nah, the skill 2 wasn't grayed out or anything in the actual skills themselves. But now, let's take a look at the ultimate. Deals ranged Jujutsu damage, and then increases the selected enemy's green damage received by 50% plus 50%. 100% total. What? Huh? So is it like it boosts green damage received by 50%, and then it's just like an extra, just raw 50% damage dealt received buff or anything? Okay, so I thought he was a breaker. I had heard maybe he was a breaker, but it seems like he's not a breaker unit necessarily. But I mean, like, I still think he's gonna be doing really crazy damage. He does seem really cool, and I'm really interested. But at the same time, guys, I am going to have to take it easy, because I do not want to be spending money on every single one of these celebrations. It's not the funnest thing in the world. And honestly, I would rather wait and see what we get at the global 1-year anniversary / JP 2-year anniversary, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a sync celebration, and I'm pretty sure most of these characters, if not all of them, are going to come back in some way, shape, form, or capacity. But that is it for Choso. I think, again, Choso is a very cool unit. I think maybe you could go ahead and summon for him if you wanted to, just because the 1.5 anniversary on the JP side has already happened, and you don't have anything coming for the next, like, next like 4.5 months or something like that, or 4 months or something of that nature. But honestly, we're gonna go ahead and just go over and look at the other unit, who is Dagon, who is the Phantom Metal Shop unit, who also, before we switch to Dagon, I do just want to say that I was trying to make the point that even though Choso was coming, even though Choso got revealed like last week or earlier in the week, like he was going to get revealed, even though he was coming, I just knew he wasn't going to be the coin shop unit, because if you look at the coin shop units, all of the coin shop units are just full-fledged curses, right? Sukuna is not a coin shop unit. That's because he's a fully fleshed curse, because curses aren't made of flesh. Curses are made of negative emotions. You see what the dichotomy is there. Plus, Sukuna started out as a human, so he actually had a regular like birth and everything. Choso is a cursed wound painting, so he is a mix between human and curse. So he's not full-fledged curse. The disaster curses are literally just curses that naturally occur from humanity's fear of certain things. So that just made a lot of sense for Dagon to be the next coin shop unit. But let's go ahead and look at some of his details. Now, since we're looking at Dagon, a few things that I want to say before I read this out to y'all. Some of the things that DEADMANVINCE said before Dagon was even announced. I said, hey, if the Phantom Metal Shop unit is Dagon, one, it's got to be yellow, which was very obvious. I'm not giving myself a pat on the back for that one, because we already had a green, blue, red unit in the Phantom Metal Shop, so didn't really matter. That was just a very obvious thing. I will give myself a pat on the back, however, for saying that when he goes into his domain, maybe he gives everybody reduced damage, or like gives everybody a buff or something like that. Now, he does not give everybody a buff or anything of that nature, but he does give himself damage reduction. He is able to stun enemies, and if he has any sort of taunt or anything like that, then that would also be very similar to supporting your team, because if you taunt, you have damage reduction, and you're not going to die, and nobody else is getting hit or focused, then that is still some form of support for your team. But what else did I say, chat? I said, since Dagon can spawn Shikigami infinitely out of thin air, that he will have DOT. And will you behold, he has DOT. They literally said it in the information on this card itself. This right here, let's read the translation. Stop the enemy action using a stun, recover own HP, and grants damage received cut, damage reduction to self. Since he recovers his own HP as well, I feel like it would be kind of a waste for him to not have a taunt built in there somewhere. Using domain, Horizon of the Captivating Skanda, to grant damage received, cut, damage reduction, and increase own Jujutsu stats. So he is going to be a Jujutsu based DPS because he is an attacker. And then using Shikigami to deal great damage to enemies DOT. So it seems that we are able to actually do a DOT team now with Sukuna, with Jogo, with Dagon, who even though they're not all fully flesh curses and they're just, you know, disaster curses, they are still a full curse team. And then you could even put like Junpei in there. Junpei has poison, right? So you can officially now do an entire DOT team, which is really cool in my opinion. I mean, the backline unit is not going to be DOT, but the backline unit could just be whoever you want it to. But guys, that's where I'm going to end this video, because I have a lot of other things to go ahead and get recorded, get edited, and get out to you. Great, wonderful Jujutsu sorcerers / magic knights. But if you guys again did enjoy this video, then you can go down below, you can leave a like on the video, you can subscribe, and you can hit the domain expansion on the comment section and let me know how you really feel about these characters coming out, and how do you really feel about the dead man being correct about Dagon. Let him know. But you guys have an excellent day. The dead man does love you. Peace out.